internet popping up live just to say hi to every one of you, because it would have been rude not to, really, and I think it's very important. We've just got a few minutes, but random pop-up for you, of course, and welcome. Thanks very much for coming and for joining me. It's always lovely to have you all with us, of course, and I may well be popping up later tonight, so there we are, but we can discuss that and see what suits you. That's always best. What suits the nation and what suits the people? That's what I say. If you get that sorted, then you are on a winner. Big time. Dinky-Doo, John Jones. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. I hope you're well tonight. Excellent. Hello, Scotty. How are we today? Kareem Zachariah. How lovely to have you with us. And there's Thomas Peden as well. Tam, good evening, and a very warm welcome. Fantastic. Kareem, I'm so glad you're in the house tonight. And toasty warm, hopefully. Woo! McClue's on. Numpty heat. Nothing gets past you. Very interesting. What have you been doing today, Scotty? Very, very busy day today, John Jones. And I'm doing a lot of reading at the moment as well, because you can never have too much knowledge. And I'm reading a lot of the history of the Union with Scotland and England from the Act of Union 1707, and just availing myself of a lot of information and a lot of detail about that. Very important, because you see, it could come in handy. We don't know what's going to be happening in the future with Scotland and England post-Brexit. So there you are. They might decide to go their separate ways. They may have had enough of each other. So that's what I've been doing today, John Jones. What have you been doing today? Spill, I say. Tell us what's been happening. We're always interested in what you've been up to. So do tell, I say. That goes for all of you, of course. Sorry I'm late. I get held up by a cyclist. Sandy Howden, you and these cyclists, you love it. And you've got your own bike, of course, so I take it somebody was cycling in front of you. And I hope they had their dynamo on with their lights and were observing the law. Are you still a big cyclist, as that's what's keeping you fit at the grand old age that you are, Sandy? Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, welcome from your old chum, Scottie McClue. And you're not late, by the way. I was a bit late in starting tonight. Don't worry about the cough. Had it for 20 years, and no, there we are. So it seems like we've only got about 20 minutes and we have to dash off again, but I'll maybe pop up later just to catch up with you all. So there we are. Scrub, I was up, Scotty. I'm eating my lasagna. Now, Scrub, you take your time over that and don't rush it down. You know, very important. Take your time. Can everybody give me a thumbs up, please? There's a wee like button just to the left of the video, apparently. And you can see it there, and you can give me a thumbs up. Just watching, yes, that's wonderful. Thank you. A good few of you have given me a thumbs up there, and that just lets everybody know that McClue is live just for you, saying Dinky-Doo. So there we are. There's talk about me popping up later, of course. I thought you might like that, but I'll just put on here that I'm live now. I think that's important. And there we are, live now. But they have to be quick. People have to be quick, you know what I mean? You sometimes wonder how quick people are. The new restrictions coming in will cause uproar. So there you are. Now, where are you up to with them, Numpty Heat? What's the next lot that you've got up to speed with? John Jones, I'm halfway through season 3 of The Crown, but just in from work. Now, is it good, John Jones? Are you enjoying it? Have you seen series 1 and 2? I've seen 1 and 2. Thomas Peden says, don't be sorry, Sandy, you've been punished enough. If you miss a moment of McClue, you miss a moment of life. Thomas Peden, I'm amazed at the size of your huge intelligence. So there you are. You wondered what I was saying there. Amazed at the size of your huge intelligence. You've recalled all that. Yes, if anybody's late, they've been punished enough, because if you miss a moment of McClue, you miss a moment of life. And as somebody said, there's a few minutes of my life I won't get back. It's the most important few minutes of your life, watching Scottie McClue live on YouTube. There we are. If you've just joined us, make sure you're all subscribed. Kareem says, I'd like to pass my condolences on to my colleague's family. He passed away at a heart attack, 61 years young. So good and healthy, was active. So there we are, schools coordinator for the south side of Glasgow. I am so sorry to hear that, Kareem. You know, wonderful. So there you are. So yes, condolences to your colleague's family from all of us here at Scottie McClue's YouTube. You know, I mean, it's always a terrific shock, but I have no doubt it would be a life well lived. But 61 years is too young. So there we go. Yes, absolutely. So we do send love and blessings to you and, of course, to his family. Now, is it snowing where you are, Scottie? Not quite, Andrew, but I think it's on its way. It's pretty wild outside, and it's gone cold again. I can't get my head round this weather, because it's beautifully mild one day, and then it's absolutely freezing cold the next. Oh, dear. As I say, don't be fooled by the cough. Had it for 20 years. I'll just have a sip of Earl Grey. I think the reason I get the cough is I talk too loud on this. I need to learn just to modulate a bit quieter. Is that better? Can you still hear me? I talk too loud. It's from the old broadcasting days, you know, when we had to shout at the lunatics. Yes. No, so Andrew Downey, I don't think we're snowing yet, but I think it is on its way. Thank you, Scottie. I like the bookcase. Do you like that, Sandy? That's actually CDs for your Clyde Cayley and things like that. And all the shows I used to do, your Hogmanay Bash, what have you. We've got books all over the place, Sandy. You'd love this. You're a learned man. And as you know, McClue likes to talk learned chat. Learned, Sandy. Any more likes, please, guys? Wings over Scotland are going crazy, Scottie. Oh, there's always wings over Scotland, I say. Yes. Catching 1 or 2 episodes each night. Very interesting and educational. John Jones. Excellent. 1 or 2 episodes of the Scottie McClue show. The latest thing. Now, there's 2 things you can do here, John Jones. 2. Hopefully that's coming up the right way around. 2 things you can do here. You can either put on Scottie McClue and go away and do your house duties, whatever you're doing, and listen to it like the radio. Now, the advantage in that for you is you don't have to take a swatch at my physog all the time, right? But no problem with that. I mean, this is the way I look, so I'm not too bothered about that. But you can listen to it as radio. Another thing to do, you can put it on your big telly, on your smart TV, and if you've got an Alexa, if you've got a Fire Stick or something, you can shout, Alexa, play Scottie McClue on YouTube, and up it will pop big style. Now, that's always a good idea as well, I have to say, because then people can say, oh, fantastic, you can watch Scottie McClue on the big screen. So that's good, but I'm glad you're catching, because the one thing that somebody once said to me was, is it the same all the time? No. I don't think you'll ever find 2 Scottie McClue shows the same. Always variety, different people. So there we are. That's it, Sandy. I hope you're well, by the way. Joking apart, you're a fine fellow. Yes, and we like to look after fine fellows, Sandy Howden. Will you be live? When will you be live later, Scottie? Kareem, I was thinking maybe about the 8 o'clock mark. What do you think? I mean, would that be of any help to anybody? Just because we're a wee bit tight for time tonight. Yeah, so John Jones, you're catching up in 1 or 2 episodes of Scottie McClue. Interesting and educational. I thank you. Everybody on is... See, this is the great power. This is proper talk radio, if you like. because it's people, real people. It's not, now in half an hour I'll be speaking to the Prime Minister and all that. It's actual, the people. That's the power of it. Scottie, in my first live lesson today online, I tried to use some of your style when you do your live shows. Kareem, thank you. I'm very flattered. So there we are. So the young people might be getting a touch of the Scottie McClue style. Sandy says, I'm reading William Wallace by James Mackay. And he said Wallace killed 20 English soldiers for trying to steal his fish. Bit far-fetched? I don't think so, Sandy. No. Well, I think Wallace was a bit of a hard nut. You know, you don't muck about with William Wallace. Since the lockdown, there's apparently in Big R in Lanarkshire, Sandy, a bridge called the Cadger's Bridge. And Wallace was dressed as a tramp, and he was the cadger. Yes, and it's known as the Cadger's Bridge because he hid under it when they were after him. So there you go. I found out my birthplace of the Gorbals means Gory Bells. It goes back to being a leper colony. Well, Edinburgh has got an equivalent, Tony Mac, and it's called Liberton. Liberton. It's quite a posh area, I think, Liberton in Edinburgh, but it was Lepertown. Lepertown. So there you are. And it was out well away from the main city, and it was a leper colony. So there you are, Liberton. What about that? So there you go, Anthony. Never a dull moment on here, eh? I tell you. Right, wait till we see what's happening. Now, I hope on YouTube you're sharing, you're subscribing, you're looking at the new stuff. I popped up just a few seconds last night to say that we would be, popping up on YouTube. John Jones, Trump facing a second impeachment. Yes, but there's two schools of thought here. One is obviously, they think he's been a bit naughty, so they're going to impeach him again. But there's a lot of Trump followers still about, and they think that a second impeachment might irritate them a bit. So it's kind of, these things are a double-edged sword. The other thing is, I think he's out of office in a few days' time anyway. Time you on later, Scottie. I was wondering about 8 o'clock time. What do you reckon? Scottie, can you share any news about the radio shows yet? Kareem Zachariah, I can't. It's purely being held up by COVID because nothing's moving. People can't get out. And from a commercial point of view, it's a very challenging time to start anything. So, but we are in touch all the time, and it's big. So there you are. You're always a great education, says Anthony Mac. Anthony Mac, I thank you. That is very kind of you. I do believe in information, education, and entertainment. Oh, yes. Sounds good. I'll rally the troops. Rally the troops, Tam. I'll try and send out a notification a bit earlier, just to say Scottie McClue will be live at 8 o'clock sharp tonight. Did you know that Flora MacDonald went to America after being in jail for a year for helping Charlie? They landed up fighting for the British in the war. Sandy Howden, did you know, because Charlie knocked Flora MacDonald's door at 2 in.the morning, and she said, "Who is it?" He says, "It's me, it's Charlie, I'm fleeing." "Well, you're getting nothing more to drink here." Just a wee merry Jake there, Sandy. I know you're a serious man, though. But did you know that Bonnie Prince Charlie was offered the kingship of America? So America could have been upsides with Britain and had its own king. You see, up until the War of Independence, America was British. It was controlled by Britain. That's where Glasgow made its money, from controlling the tobacco industry in Virginia, you see? And, it opened up a lot of opportunities, a lot of trade going on there with America. And then, of course, we had the Darien scheme, which was a disaster, from that. But the Spanish didn't help us out there either. So there we go, Sandy. Fantastic. Good to have you with us. We're getting all these wee snippets. We like that. Right, I'll do a bit of sharing. Can you all do a bit of sharing? Let's get the figures up. Sharing a page you manage. Everybody will go for their tea soon. I'll be on for about 5 minutes more, guys, and we can see what. Now, what am I doing here? Sharing on the big page. Sharing on the big page. Wonderful. Right, let's get that going. Also, you can follow me on TikTok at Scottie McClue. TikTok. Those of you that are TikTokers, get yourselves on there at Scottie McClue. There we are. That's gone out there. Wonderful. An impeachment against Trump will stop him from holding office again. Yes, and I think that's what they were after. I don't think they wanted him standing in 4 years' time, bless him. Office again, and all presidential benefits will be removed. A lot of Republicans are frightened to vote against him. Yes, well, this is it. Scottie, it's now a crime to have a hot drink on a park bench. It's classed as a picnic now. Well, numpty head. There you are. So you need to not take your flask. I met a guy who was off work for 3 months with a broken flask. Yes, so you can't do that. Well, they're trying to clobber this virus. So people would say, I will stay in the house until it's clobbered. You know, I think that's what you've got to do. Thomas says, working from still Scottie on. So I think you've missed out the word home there, Tam. So I'll put it in for you. Can I have more likes, please, guys? Working from home still, Scottie, till 8 tonight. I'll definitely be tuning in for sure. I'll get Finlay Barry and John Marshall Sr. and Jr. And also Plainsbury Harriet. Yes, Plainsley Harriet. Yes, do Tam. Scottie, I'll see you tonight at 8. I'm going to make a dinner. Dinky-Doo, Kareem. Yes, fantastic. Bless you. Should there be a tunnel between Scotland and Ireland? Quite interesting. Maybe we could put a coffer dam up and drain the ocean. And just walking over to Belfast. No, I think the ferry links are very, very good, particularly the Scottish one. Kareem's away for a bath, says Tam. I know he's away for his tea. Hope to hear you on the radio soon. Mod Media. Yes, hopefully that will be. It'll be a good few weeks, I would think, till all that's sorted because of COVID. So there you are. That's the big problem, the COVID. Oh, the COVID's the problem, I tell you. Right, another 5 minutes, guys, and then we'll pack it in for now and pop back up at 8 o'clock for a chit-chat, a right good chit-chat. I'll send out some notifications. It'll be interesting to see how much sending out the notifications makes a difference. Where has Grady been? I don't know, Tam. I give in. You've got the advantage on me there. Can't understand how the 2 women that went for a walk got fined 200 each for drinking coffee. Well, we need to check the circumstances, Tony. Mod Media, you're a radio presenter and should be heard. Letting people have their say. Listen, Mon Media, you're talking my language. A lot of the media companies are just treading water at the moment. And I've put up on Facebook today, you'll see it, if Scotland was to rebuild its own media and, get devolved broadcasting, what form should that take? So you can go on to Scottie McClue's Facebook page and have a look at that and see what you think. So there we are. That's we can perhaps discuss that tonight. What sort of media should we have for Scotland? Because Scotland's lost its media. It's in the hands of other people. It's not controlled in Scotland. So there we are, Mon Media. Good for you. You're absolutely right. More likes, please, guys. There's a little thumbs up, a little like, apparently to the left of just below the video there. Scottie, you've moved all your pictures and look very dapper, not been on here for yonks. Sandy, I haven't moved the pictures. I maybe just slid the camera along a wee bit. So there you are. That might be what you're looking at. We've got the camera on. But we'll pop up at 8 o'clock, if that's a date, guys. 8 o'clock sharp, Scottie McClue, YouTube, live stream, and we'll see what's happening there. Scottie, not me, but I think one of your loyal fans should be the first caller on your news station. What do you think? I'm a watcher and a listener. Well, why don't you call? How fantastic would that be to be the first call of the new show? Woo! You know, we love all that. Yeah, we don't have a proper phone in. It's a strange country. The country wants to talk, but the media companies, for some reason, don't want to put on a phone in, a proper phone in. And they're not taking calls after. We were wall-to-wall calls with the voice of the people, the voice of reason. Yes, absolutely common sense. Yes, fantastic. Scottie McClue, the phone in. It's a piece of, British culture. And it should be on. It's a nonsense that it's not on. And I'm very surprised that the media companies just want a quiet life when the world wants to talk. It's that's your problem. And I also think that if you get one or two poorer speech presenters, they get the rest of us a bit of a name. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the problem. Is I don't listen to you. Scottie McClue, biggest audiences of British radio stations. Fantastic. Mrs. Mac told me off for not sticking to the diet. I'll actually like her for being strict with me, but don't tell her that. No. But Tony, do please, I know it's easy for me to say, but do stick to your diet because she wants you well and healthy. She's looking after you. Very, very lucky to have a missus like that. Scottish taxi drivers love the phone in all modern media. Did they not just? They were on the rank there going daft. I'll let you go, Scotty, I've got a fare. So there we are. Tamaz says, who? Rabshaw, what's he talking about? Do you think that bad police give the good police a bad name? Well, Numpty, of course they do. Bad anything. A bad radio talk presenter gives every talk presenter a bad name. Do you see what I mean? If they let the side down, because it takes away the wooden lavy seats and the fitted carpets, more media. Don't forget the fitted carpets. Hello there, China. Alistair Campbell, Dinky-Doo. Gavin Giant, Dinky-Doo. Scottie McClue. So there we are. Excellent. Now, what I'll do is I'll push off just now and we'll pop up at 8 o'clock sharp tonight right here on the YouTube. So make sure you're there. Be there or be square. And we can chit-chat then. Glenn was messaging me, drunk again, he thinks you're wonderful, Thomas. There we are. He's just trying to get a chat with somebody full of common sense. So, there it goes. The meek and the mild, we say. Right, I'll see you all at 8 o'clock sharp. Be there or be square. Until then, this is Scottie McClue cutting himself off. Says Numpty, cut myself off. And I'll see you then, all right. Until then, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and a cheerio. Away and get your tea, get settled, watch a wee bit of telly, all that, whatever it is you do, and then join me live here at 8 o'clock sharp. Dinky-Doo.